What's up guys, JD4 3 here, and welcome back to another video. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe. And today we are covering the Patch Notes 3.0 in Rainbow Six Siege. Now I know also the Dustline DLC has come out, but today we are mainly focusing on the patch notes, not the operators. I'll cover that in a later video. So in patch 3.0 for Rainbow Six Siege, there has been a lot of changes to the operators and how they work. So I'm definitely going to be covering most of the operators and a little bit more on top of that. It's very good that they're trying to balance the operators out, make them a lot more balanced and even compared to each other. So let's get started. And Buck has grenades now instead of his flashbangs. Also, the shotgun loses range, but I think the recoil for his actual weapons, the M4 and the FAL, I think they have lower recoil for those. And on the contrary, I believe Thermite does not have grenades and now has flashbangs. So I guess they kind of flipped it out a little bit, which is sad because Thermite and grenade combo was one of the best in the game. I always used to, blow up a hole with a Thermite grenade through a reinforced wall and then quickly throw a grenade and get a cool quick kill. And that's kind of sucks, but, a patch is a patch, and what are you going to do? Next up, Frost now has no nitro cells. This is another bittersweet one where, on the contrary, it does suck that she doesn't have it because it would be completely overpowered. You could literally wreck squads with her when she first came out. But on the contrary, if you're on all attackers, this would be one of the most annoying operators on defense. After the Black Ice DLC, it was just so annoying dealing with her, and it's kind of a good change in my opinion, but it is kind of bittersweet. Now next, IQ detects shapes of objects that are electronic, and the display screen is a bit clearer. This is great because now you could see if a nitro cell is on a wall, ADS, I believe a mute, jammer, whatever, all going to be available to see clearly on her display screen, which would make the character a lot more useful in the game, which is kind of cool. I like that update because she wasn't the most useful character, so this will definitely help her out to be a little more effective. Now, if you guys know, I did mention that Montang was kind of underpowered compared to Blitz in a previous video, but they actually did buff him a little bit. His shield extends a little bit out towards the sides a little more, which isn't necessarily a big deal. It's not going to be a game changer in my opinion because you could still throw a nitro cell and blow him up and no problem. The extendable shields really only might work for like on stairs combat, things like that. So it's not going to be a game changer at all. I'd still rather use Blitz any day of the week, but it's just good to see that they're trying to make the characters a little easier or better to use. Now also Tachanka, which that's another video I made if you didn't see that already, has a faster deployment time of the turret, and the turret can go closer to the walls. I don't know exactly how closer and how faster, but this was a big deal and problem that I did have with Tachanka. This can actually make the character a little better to use, but once again, Tachanka has limited. Once again, he is clearly exposed almost 100%. His head is completely exposed, so he's still a big target, but at least they're changing him up and making him have faster deployment times, and his turret can go closer to the wall, which is pretty cool. Now, next, obviously, Thermite has no grenades, and the red dots and the triangle dots, the green dots, all the sort of optics, they have smaller actual overall sight pictures. So they used to be pretty big and bulky for most of the guns, especially the red dot sight in this game. And now they tightened it up, made it a little smaller, made it so that it's a little more precise with the shot, which is definitely a well-needed change because the red dot sight was completely worthless compared to some of the others. The green dot, that's a great change because that was one of the go-to sights in this game, the green triangle sight. So that's pretty awesome. Definitely a cool update there, and a very, very worthwhile one too. Now, also, they did include weapon charms, so you could get little chubby / chibi, whatever you want to call it, mini figures of various characters in the game, which is kind of cool, in my opinion. It's sort of like, think of, if you can't picture it, think of if you've ever seen the PlayStation Network, they have pictures of like characters. If you go on through Rainbow Six, you have chibi character looks and things like that. It's almost like that, where it just hangs off your gun. It looks pretty cool, and it's a nice little feature in this game to add. And also headgear, which is pretty awesome. It definitely is. It makes the game a lot less stale, and it makes the characters a little more, I guess, diverse in the field, because you would see the standard, thermite all the time, and it would kind of get boring. But it's really not a change that I don't think a lot of people wanted, but it's definitely a change that is welcomed because it's not really anything too out there. But at the same time, as long as they keep it, I guess, realistic, it's not a bad thing. Don't make like these bright pink and purple colors, because that's when it starts getting out of hand, when you can like basically turn into a piñata, seriously, of bullets that are going to come at you. Because you also gotta figure that the brighter the colors on your outfit, the more exposed you're going to be, and this also includes camos. So definitely take that into consideration when you are doing these. But I'm pretty sure all of the headgear are just various colors and some different heads, but for the most part they aren't really that like out of place or loud and bright at all. So that's definitely a cool change in my opinion, and also it's pretty cool. So yeah, that's pretty much it for patch 3.0. There's a lot more that was with this patch. I just covered basically the main ones that I felt were very, very important and will change the game a little bit more than the others. So thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a comment what you think about these patches, what you think shouldn't have happened, what you think should have happened. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe for more content, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day.